Hey, yo, so Tyson Fury been talking hella shit lately, y'all. Right? And look, okay, I know Tyson Fury is a talker, right? Tyson Fury has the gift for gab. One of the few in the heavyweight division that actually is very entertaining when it comes to his presence on the mic, press conferences. People really want to hear what he says. People like watching his interviews. He's very candid. He has a great personality, which is great for the sport. You know what I'm saying? It's great, for TV. It's great for ticket sales, you know what I'm saying? All that. It's great for revenue, But look, I don't know how many of y'all, in the Black Goose family follow MMA. But y'all just seen what happened with Ben Askren. Even if you don't follow MMA, I'm pretty sure y'all seen it, right? It's hard to miss it, man. That bad boy is everywhere. Askren got KO'd the fuck out. Now, it's not about the KO. It's the fact that Ben Askren talked so much shit before the KO happened, right? And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would say Ben Askren always been a talker, but the type of shit that he was talking, he never really, he never really did his trash talk the way he did it when he signed to UFC. It seemed to get a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, because it definitely wasn't aggressive, but just a little bit more disrespectful in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Ben Askren always had a gift for gab as well, but the things he was saying leading up to the Jorge fight, after the Robbie Lawler fight, it just got to a point where it's like, all right, you can definitely tell this is a shtick for him. You know what I'm saying? He's out here, I'm gonna be the bad guy, and then I'm going to, just basically popularize me being the bad guy, because that's how I'm gonna get people wanting to see my fights. And I'm gonna get more contracts that I can sign for the fights I want to happen to ultimately get to the belt, right? Now, Tyson Fury, this is obviously a different sport, but it's still combat sports. And when it comes to promoting the fight, essentially boxing and MMA, they kind of do the same things, when it comes to, if you want a big fight to get more buzz, the best thing to surround it with is controversy or trash talk, right? So, me personally, obviously, Tyson Fury, he ain't been back that long from his hiatus, okay? It's only been, I don't think it's been exactly 2 years yet. If so, y'all go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong on that, okay? But either way, 2 years, year and a half, not that long back from his hiatus, okay? When he first came back, obviously he was talking, but he wasn't talking overly over the top. Yet he was still calling Deontay Wilder a bum. That was the fight he wanted, so obviously he wanted to direct your energy toward him. And he would also talk a little shit about AJ as well, but obviously you want to put yourself out there because you don't really have no fights to solidify you in the last couple of years. So the best way to do is remind them why you are, or you were, number one at the time that you were, correct? So, I have nothing against that. I actually have nothing against trash talk, period. I'm actually a supporter of doing it. But my whole point of this video, y'all, I know I definitely stretched this shit out. My bad. Let me get to the point. Is this. Tyson Fury's trash talk has amped up to about 100 as of late. If y'all don't know, y'all should know. Check out some of the articles I posted on the YouTube feed. If y'all don't want to check that out, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/BlackGoose. Tyson Fury's talking shit about everyone. Calling Andy Ruiz a fat bum. He'll KO him easy. All he has to do is touch his soft body, right? That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's still going at Wilder. Obviously, he still has his choice words for AJ. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's very interesting. One of the dudes I haven't seen him really talking shit about, which I would expect him because it's supposed to be an expected opponent of his before the year ends, is Big Baby Miller. But from what I know from interviews done from Fury and on Miller's side, and then also some of the interaction they've had, they seem like they're pretty cool with each other. Obviously, Tyson Fury has been calling out Dillian White as well, talking a lot of shit about Dillian White. And, at the end of the day, it's smart because it keeps his name circulating. And basically, all of the big-name heavyweight fighters want to fight Tyson Fury. This is my question for y'all, though, Black Goose family. How far should he take this? How far do you think Tyson Fury can take this? Because, see, the difference between a Ben Askren and a Tyson Fury is obviously the biggest thing is the sport, but also how the sports are managed or handled. And what I mean by that is Ben Askren can't avoid Jorge Masvidal. You know what I'm saying? Ben Askren can talk all types of shit about Kamaru Usman, Marty this, Marty that. But if he wants to get that title shot, he's gonna have to fight that man sooner or later. Darren Till, he might end up having to fight him. Remember all the bullshit, all the shit he used to talk about him. Remember he called out really the whole 170 division. You won't be able to avoid those dudes because Dana White's gonna put your ass against them. But when it comes to Tyson Fury though, it's boxing. So do you think Tyson Fury's ever gonna fight Dillian White? Who knows? Do you think he's ever gonna fight Wilder? They say, yeah, man, it's signed next year, February 2020. Don't believe those reports, by the way. I'm gonna make a video about that. It's gonna be quick, short, and sweet, so y'all know the truth. Is he ever gonna fight AJ? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Is he ever gonna fight Andy Ruiz? Who knows? We don't know this. But the fact that Tyson Fury continues to talk immense amount of shit about these heavyweights does what for his stock? It keeps his stock high. Because even though people want to criticize him about who he fought other than Deontay Wilder since his return, he's kind of playing the Eddie Hearn role as himself. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing is usually what Eddie Hearn does for his fighters. Now, he signed with ESPN Bob Arum. Top Rank, which is under ESPN, but Bob Arum. Which also, by the way, this is going to be a separate video maybe one of these days, but I remember someone criticizing because I said Top Rank and Golden Boy Promotions were essentially under the same parent company, and they said no, those are two separate entities. Not really, brother. If you look at a lot of these articles coming out, Bob Arum has a lot of opinions, if you want to say opinions, or let's say inside scoops on a lot of deals being made for Golden Boy Promotions, or the deals that want to be made in the future by Golden Boy Promotions. Why is that? It's not because him and Oscar De La Hoya are best friends. It's because Bob Arum is under the same parent company as a Golden Boy Promotion. So he's going to get the same type of info regardless of if it has to do with Golden Boy or Top Rank. But anyways, let's get back to the point. So, the fact that Tyson Fury continues to talk all this shit about these heavyweights that he may never face, what it does, it allows him to control the narrative in the media about him, similar to what Eddie Hearn does for his fighters. Eddie Hearn's allowed his fighters to fight, but then Eddie Hearn says, hey, take a step back. Of course, do your little interviews, do the usual that you have to do to promote the fight, but when it comes to in-depth things being asked about situations and who you're going to fight next and things like that, let me handle it. Because Eddie Hearn does a beautiful job of allowing his fighters to look like they're in the good always. It's like nothing's ever their fault. And this is kind of what Tyson Fury's doing, in the sense of, if I continue to talk shit about all these fighters and heavyweights, it shows I'm not scared to fight anyone. So the narrative people are trying to say of me fighting lower level opponents is bullshit compared to who AJ's fighting, or who's Wilder's fighting, or who White's fighting. At the end of the day, it's bullshit, because look, I'm calling out all these top level, ranked heavyweights wanting to fight them, calling them bums. So obviously this means that I am not going to duck any of these guys if I'm offered the fight. Now, see, essentially, we actually don't know that. We don't know if Tyson Fury is ever going to fight any of these guys, but him doing this, it allows him to create that narrative, which allows people to continue to say Tyson Fury is the best boxer in the heavyweight division. I'm not saying that's not true, right? But at the end of the day, everyone criticized Floyd because they talk about resumes and he fought guys out of their prime and things like that. Well, keep that same energy when they're talking about your favorite fighter, okay? That's all I'm saying. Black Goose family, I just want to ask y'all think I'm right on this? Or y'all think I'm wrong? Y'all think I'm wrong? Let me know. Let me have it. I want to hear y'all opinion on it. You already know what it is. But this is me personally. I think Tyson Fury better watch himself talking all that shit. Because ain't nobody want to get Ben Askren. You heard me?